And welcome back to the WHHI Daily News with Steve Gaito, Certified Financial Planner and also owner of Retirement Resource Management. What we're talking about today is the election that was held last week and some of the concern and worry that we all have now about our retirement plans. Yeah. So the legislative risk, Steve.
Yeah, well, it's kind of the good, bad, and the ugly here. The good is that it's divided Congress. It looks like it's going to be that way. I know the House is going to be slow to actually affirm what happened, but it looks like there's going to be a slight majority to the Republicans there, a slight majority of the Democrats in the Senate, and the presidency is what it is. And you know, it brings up a bigger challenge that we face, and that's that our country is very polarized.
Right.
There isn't a lot of consensus in the middle. It's far to either side, and that creates a lot of challenges for retirement planning. You know, if every 2 years you're going to have your whole apple cart upset because the government chooses to change, that's a big deal. The other thing that's really, I think, challenging of this election is that the consensus is that there was going to be some consequences to all this spending, and there really wasn't. And so that means that, you know, there's going to be some emboldenedness that they're going to keep on with spending, and people don't seem to be upset about it. Well, eventually that's got to be paid for. And that creates a significant risk for folks that are in retirement or going into retirement.
Right, so the rules are continually changing. Yeah. And so that is why, you know, having that plan and really looking at the plan and reducing your risk is important.
See, there was some optimism that the Trump tax laws that sunset in 2025 were going to be reinstated and going forward with both House and Senate that would be more favorable to that. The likelihood of that is now very slim.
Even if the House goes Republican, you think?
Well, you got to have both.
Okay.
And the reality is that there wasn't enough pushback on taxes to really, you know, encourage those that are dependent on reelection to do what is probably the right thing to do. The other thing is that there's a big debate what caused all the inflation that's going on.
Right.
Whether it was our tax cuts that Trump did, or it was all the spending through COVID and the social programs. Truth is probably somewhere between the two, and yet all of that spending, the fact is it's got to be paid for somewhere. And for retirees, they are the ones that are going to bear the brunt of that, because you know, we're looking at the impact that just the downturn in the market has done to income. Imagine when the Trump tax laws sunset and you're having to pay 30% more in taxes. Right. I mean, that's a significant impact to your bottom line every single month.
So I think, are people scared, retirees scared?
I don't know so much scared as frustrated. And they're looking at something that they thought would be you know, easy to sustain. And I just the other day was meeting with a client that had $1 million portfolios, now 750.
Right.
And what that means is that they've got a 25% less to draw from income going forward. And as they pull out money in retirement when the market's down, it compounds that challenge. It's going to spend that money at a much more rapid rate. Or they got to reduce their spending by 25%, which, I mean, what do you pull out? I'm not going to buy milk. I'm not going to buy coffee.
Or vacation.
That's right. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of people that are deferring taking vacations in retirement.
We have about 45 seconds. Anything we should do right now?
I think that right now it's important to look at, we have a 4-year window to get our taxes right. And get things in the right place at the right time. You know, if someone's interested, I do a free analysis of the tax liability that you have, so you can see how much is really at risk for you. I would start there. I would look at creating income that's not subject to taxation, whether it's Roth or using some insurance products. I would try to get the government out of my business.
Right. All right. Thank you so much, Steve Gaito with Retirement Resource Management. And good to have you with us.
Good to be here.
And we'll be right back with more Daily News.